Hey everyone, appreciate y'all coming here and checking out this Fallout news video. This is more of a serious topic in this video, and I'm just going to be sharing with y'all what has been happening in case you are out of the loop. Just going to be sharing with y'all the news over, what's going on. Recently, there were a lot of layoffs that happened between Bethesda, Zenimax, ID Software, etc. And after this happened, as you can see here, in case you don't know, a lot of members that were laid off organized a protest in response to the Xbox layoffs. So yeah, check this out. Apparently Xbox did the layoffs. I haven't dug too deep into the layoffs and what all it affected, but I have been seeing this protest, and I do know there was quite a bit of members that were laid off. So yeah, check this out. They want us to accept this as a done deal and quietly disappear. In quotes, this is what was said by someone. Bethesda union members organized protests in response to Xbox layoffs. 441 BGS devs were affected by cuts at Bethesda Game Studios, ID Software, and Zenimax Online Studios. And then if we scroll down here, as you can see, it gets into more details. Union members at Bethesda Game Studios will strike next week in response to mass layoffs at Xbox. One BGS plans to hold marches outside the company's studio in Montreal, Rockville, Austin, and Texas, according to an email from the One BGS mobilizing committee via game developer. The rallies are scheduled for next Wednesday, July 15th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. So, yeah, this actually took place. I was waiting this out a little bit to see if this would actually happen, and it did. Protests did happen. As you can see, here is just footage of them outside of Zenimax.
Xbox, which is owned by Microsoft, said the company was operating at lower margins compared to other businesses and would be restructuring.
It feels like there's plenty of room to keep us all employed in terms of Microsoft's budget. We know that that's possible, so it'd be really nice if we could just get back to work and make them games that will define a generation of video gaming.
With their union fighting for them, protesters remained hopeful jobs could potentially be restored. Reporting in Rockville, I'm Mariam Shahzad for The Pulse on
So yeah, that happened in Rockville, as you heard there from the news reporter. Just wanted to give you a sneak peek. I'll have a link down below in the description to that full video if you are more interested in diving into that. But yeah, this is happening. Protests are starting, and not just outside of Zenimax, Bethesda, etc. It's happening with the games too. People are refusing to play the game and just trying to make a point across to Xbox or Microsoft that did the layoffs. As you see here, though, getting more into this article that I'm sharing with y'all, which, by the way, I'll have a link down below in the description to this as well if you want to further investigate this too. As you can see here, because we organized and certified our unions, we have hard-won legal rights and protections that non-unionized studios simply do not have, said one BGS. The company wants us to accept this as a done deal and quietly disappear. We won't let that happen. Our next steps are to mobilize. We need every single member visible and unified, and they did just that. They did unify, and they started one of their first protests. And I am assuming this won't be the last. But yeah. A total of 440 union members were affected by the layoffs across Bethesda and Zenimax. This includes 96 at ID Software, 40 remote workers at BGS Dallas, 22 at BGS Austin, 213 at Zenimax Online Studios in Maryland, and 166 at Zenimax Media. And as you can see here, this was also said by the union. Microsoft and BGS are trying to frame these cuts as an entrepreneurial change in the scope of business, claiming they are transitioning from a studio-based business model to a franchise-based model to dodge their legal obligation to bargain the decision with us, the union continued. Bethesda CEO Jill Braff stated this is an email to employees earlier this week, adding that the company would align the right talent, technology, and resources across the organization by focusing on its strongest franchises. While we push that legal fight forward, Microsoft is still legally required right now to sit down with us for effects bargaining, said one BGS. This means we have the right to negotiate exactly how these layoffs impact our people, and we're heading to the table to fight for every single affected worker. The union concluded we are going to be demanding preferential transfers to force Microsoft to place affected BGS workers into open roles across Xbox and Microsoft first. stronger surveillance, and extended health care to ensure no one is financially abandoned, as well as recall rights to ensure our laid off members are the first ones hired back when BGS expands. So yeah, that is what was stated. I'll have a link to this article once again if you want to check this out. I would love to know your guys' thoughts about this. But anyways, getting more into this, here's some more information about what has been happening. As you can see here, sympathy and outrage. Large contingent criticizes corporate decisions, linking layoffs to broader corporate priorities, AI, and cost cutting. How does Microsoft make $101 billion in profit and need to fire 3,200 people? Make that math make sense. So yeah, that is something else that is being talked about. Apparently it could be due to AI as well. Here's another talking about it. Corporate priorities, AI, cost, H-1Bs. Users link layoffs to Microsoft's AI investments and hiring patterns, suggesting replacements via cheaper overseas labor and tech-driven prioritization. So yeah, it says here layoffs never changed. This was posted 2 days ago. Protests at Bethesda, Rockville, Maryland. Hundreds of Bethesda game studios and Zenimax online studios employees and their supporters braved nearly 100-degree temperatures to protest sweeping layoffs across Xbox during a lunchtime rally in front of parent company Zenimax headquarters. And as you can see here, here's the comments about what's happening. Holy, this comment section is not passing the vibe check. Well, they aren't making ES6 fast enough, so they deserve it. Anyone who's worked a corporate job knows that these mass layoffs almost never make sense. They don't target low performers or people whose jobs have become outdated. They target everyone almost indiscriminately because the people issuing the mandate don't care about the individuals and don't understand how the team they're about to tear apart functions. They just want the spreadsheet number on labor costs to go down. Couple that with the 2,000 H-1B visas Microsoft applied for immediately after announcing these layoffs, and it's clear what the plan is. Sourcing overseas labor for cheaper, laying off studio employees who have been loyal for 5, 10, 15 years to make the C-suite look good. This person said people are 100% projecting their own upsetness over the lack of the games they wanted onto Microsoft. The logic simply doesn't check out when you consider Starfield gave Xbox their best gaming quarter to date, despite console sales declining, and Oblivion Remastered having a ton of sales. Microsoft's simply not sitting on that pile of cash and going, but I really wanted The Elder Scrolls 6. Not to mention firing their concept artists while investing in AI. It is a very, very serious topic. Feel sorry for them having to take the fallout of Xbox's and Bethesda poor management. It should be the management's heads rolling for their poor planning and laziness, not theirs. It's always management and executives that mess up. It's always the people actually working that pay the price. Look at Meta. This alien trader lost him 80 billions. Nothing happened to him, so he keeps doing one mess up after the other, only to see his bonuses get more and more inflated. Capitalism is completely broken. Xbox clearly went and removed top-level talent and people who put Bethesda on the map. I find it hard to believe personally who were involved with the company for over 2 decades are the problem. This size down was nothing more than corporate accounting gone mad. Our players deserve better. They should protest their bosses. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. This is obviously a serious topic. Anyways, yeah, I guess that's wrapping up this video. Would love to know your guys' thoughts about this. Trying to make this video being unbiased and just, sharing with you all the news over what's been happening. Please jot down below in the comments how you feel about this. And, what's your opinion? If you want, that is. But yeah, I guess that's wrapping up this video. Hope you all found this informative. I'm out of here. Until next time, guys. Peace.